receiving inheritance, you understand it is how you sanctify life becomes, then you receive your inheritance. Okay? So the first point Paul is mentioning is that it is our status as God's children that we are to receive the inheritance. You know, the scripture we just read talk about this kid. Okay, this kid, he is a son of a very respectful Roman family. You know, this Roman family, sometimes the father is very rich and very prestigious, has certain titles to the empire. And so in the future, the kids is going to receive all this money and this prestigious title. Okay, but the father normally will put him in training before allow him to get this. So the father will put him under the jurisdiction of the teachers and trustees. And then what the teachers does is the teacher will instruct him the Latin or the accounting or how to count, you know, and or how to do, you know, how to do the management, etc. And then the trustee basically will limit his allowance, how much money you can use. And then I'm giving you this amount of money. You cannot use it all up in the first 15 days, and then the last 15 days of the month you have nothing to live on. You know, if you have nothing to live on, you just have to eat very simply or eat other people's food. You know, you even though you have all the money, you cannot buy Nintendo games if you don't have the money, right? And then this was treated like a slave. But when he grew up to be mature age, then he is given the property, the title, and then he can use it as he pleases. You know, my professor, when I was in seminary, he in order to support himself, he went to the shoe company to make shoes. Yeah, America used to make shoes, you know, and not all shoes are made in China. But nowadays all shoes are made in China, so you guys probably never know that once upon a time they were American shoes. Okay, so my professor was doing the shoes, and he was doing very good. And he has a colleague who was also making the shoes alongside of him. But this colleague is not making as great a shoe as my professor was doing. Okay. But just a few months working together, his colleague was promoted to the manager, position of manager. And the reason? Because that colleague was the son of the boss. So not only he was promoted as the manager, one day he is going to become the boss. Okay, so today we are going to receive the inheritance. Today we are going to grow. We sanctify, not because by observing slavishly the law, but because we are God's children. And the second example is because of love, so that we can receive the inheritance. You know, there was a girl called, you know, I am very careful in finding the name, so I find the one. I don't think any one of us have a name here called Chiharu. Okay, Chiharu is Chen-chun. It's a Japanese name, right? Okay, so Chiharu was a very beautiful girl, and very smart, and then very musical, and sings well, and plays well, dances well, and then also very smart and very beautiful. So everybody likes her. Now, so it happened to Mr. Mario also likes her. Now, so in order to fending off all the competition, Mr. Mario just have to propose and then eventually marry her. So once he's married, then you know, the competition ends, right? And so this Chiharu loves Mario, so she cooks for him, she mend the clothing and clean the houses, and even had his last name as her last name. Okay, now Mr. Mario loves the woman so much, his wife so much that he hired a basan. Basan means older lady. Yeah. Hired a basan to do the cleaning and do the mending and then also do the house cleaning for him. And they also, this is Mario's basan. Okay. 5 years later, Mario died. Oh, very sad. But he died. So who gets? Mr. Mario happens to be a very rich man. Who gets all the inheritance? Who gets all the money? Of course, Chiharu gets that. Even though they do the same work, but it is because of love, because of this relationship, and that Mario gave all his belongings to his wife. In the history of Israel, there was a prophet. His name was called Hosea. I know a lot of guys when they read the book of Hosea, they say, "Oh no, God, I don't want to ever become a prophet." What Hosea was doing, you probably understand. He was a prophet. God said, "You go and marry a Gomer." Who was Gomer? Gomer was a prostitute. And then God said, "Hosea, you go and marry Gomer." And then Gomer, Hosea loves her and then marry her. But after a few years, Gomer run away from home again and go back to her old profession as a prostitute. And God said, "Hosea, now you buy her back and then love her as well." And so many seminary students say, "Oh God, just I can serve you, be a pastor, but never call me be a prophet." Now, if you read the book of Hosea, there's actually one verse that is very important. So I'd like to invite you to open to the book of Hosea, chapter 2, verse 8. Do you know how to find Hosea? It's in the Bible, in the Old Testament. And it's the first book of the minor prophets, actually, right after Daniel. Right after Daniel. After Daniel is not Jeremiah, after Daniel is Hosea. Okay. Hosea chapter 2, verse 8. Okay, can we read it together? If you find that one. Hosea chapter 2, verse 8. Ready? Go. "She has not acknowledged that I was the one who gave her the grain, the new wine, and oil, who lavished on her the silver and gold, which they used for Baal." Did you find it? Yeah. Okay, Hosea chapter 2, verse 8.
Oh, chapter 2.
Okay, Hosea chapter 2. Okay, Hosea is about in the middle of the Bible toward the end more. I don't know how to tell you where to find Hosea. Do you want me to go to your seat and help you? Okay, everybody find it? You raise your hand if you found it. Oh, good. We'll get more now. Okay, Hosea chapter 2, verse 8. Now let's read it again. Ready, go. "She has not acknowledged that I was the one who gave her the grain, the new wine, and oil, who lavished on her the silver and gold, which they used for Baal." God is saying that this is actually the crux, actually the core of this book. God said that, "Israel, the reason you act like Gomer, the reason that even though I'm your husband, but you find Baal and you prostitute around Baal, the reason that you do that is because you do not know me." Okay, you say, she has not acknowledged me. basically simply translated, or better translation is saying, because you do